Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Austin, Texas, back with another model home walkthrough. Today we're going through the Audrey plan with Drees Custom Homes. This plan is just over 2,700 square feet, but it's loaded with options. We're going to see this as a one-story plan, but they usually offer an option to add a second story where this can be anywhere from a 3-bedroom to a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom to a 4.5 bathroom. So tons of options here that we'll definitely go through. But first, let's take a look at this front entry. I love the beams going across. And then we're just going to walk right out to the main living area, get to the heart of this home, which I think is this kitchen that opens up to this living room that has like this niche area for the dining. But here's the part that I love, the sliding glass doors on the back with those beautiful beams running across the ceiling. Such a high ceiling too. I just think this opens up the space so much so that if you heard over 2,700 square feet and felt like this was going to be a small plan, I can tell you with ceiling height and upgrades and how much the space feels open, square footage can be very, very deceptive. And we've also seen that on the opposite end where homes that are big, they're so compartmentalized, they actually feel so much smaller. I think this is the opposite, feels so much more open. And we're going to show that going right out to the owner's bedroom here and focusing in on this area. It all starts with the cathedral style ceilings, which I absolutely love in this space. This is a space that you're going to be using every day. And so when it opens up with these very tall ceilings, you can put a chandelier in there, just like they're showing here in this model home. I think that that's amazing, and that's the mark of a premium builder. There are only a handful of builders that I think are premium builders. I think quality, and I think a lot of them do that type of cathedral style ceilings. That does come with a cost, but I think it makes a massive difference. And then you walk over to the owner's bathroom. It feels like a spa in here, and this is, if you see how many windows are in this bathroom and how much it's open, because the walk-in shower is a frameless shower, you have a freestanding tub, you have, again, very tall ceilings. These are the types of things, in my opinion, are why when people walk homes and they say, wow, this doesn't feel like over 2,700 square feet. I can't tell you how many times I've had a buyer say that when we walked a home with Drees. It's because of these types of upgrades that they put in, either from a design standpoint or just the flow of the space feels so open. Everything feels bigger. I love these freestanding tubs. I'm seeing them so much more often now that I think people who either use tubs prefer the freestanding tubs, or if people just realize that it's just for the look, the freestanding tub looks nice. I also like the tubs that have a tile surround, so you can do some sort of design element there. It becomes a little bit more of a focal point of the owner's bathroom. And then for the walk-in closet, I always feel awkward in here because it's tough to get like a video of what the full closet feels like. You really have to use your peripherals. So I end up doing this. I try to find like a corner that I can kind of span through the entire closet. So I think this hopefully gives you a good indication of how much space is in here. And you know, even if you don't feel like there's enough space, as I always say in a lot of my videos, you can usually do like an aftermarket closet build out. Container Store, which is pretty big here in Texas, is fairly good from what I've heard at doing closet build outs. There's a couple other vendors that I usually recommend for closet build outs. Just it depends on your budget and what you're trying to do in that space. So let's move on from the owner's bedroom, bathroom, and let's head back into the kitchen and this main living area. And let's spend some time here because I love what Drees does in their kitchens, especially in the model homes. I think they present so many good ideas where when people build Drees, they go through all the different model home walkthroughs just because they do some great upgrades. So I find, you know, it comes with the name Drees Custom Homes. They tend to have more options than many of your high production builders. And that's why I think people gravitate towards Drees. As of right now, I wish they had a little bit more inventory across Austin. It's been very tight recently, and of course, not being a high volume builder, there usually is not a whole lot in terms of options. But hopefully that changes with Drees opening up maybe some new communities in the near future. Focusing on this island, it is massive. Those are 4 chairs, pretty spread out. So it kind of gives you an idea of the space there for the kitchen island. By the way, I don't ever like to give measurements because they do change sometimes the sizes of things over time. Would hate to see somebody see this in the future and the size isn't the exact it was when I was taking this video. But at least it gives you kind of like an indicator of what this builder is capable of doing, as well as the flow of the plan. And I love this flow where if you look out from the island, kitchen island, if you can imagine if you're doing like a pool in the backyard or planning on doing something cool in the backyard space, kind of like what they did in this model home where there's like a cool deck, a grill, and definitely like a build out for like a party atmosphere. I love how the island kind of opens up there. It is perfect for parties, perfect for just living, right? If you have friends or family over or kids outside in the pool, it's nice that your kitchen just kind of sees out to all of your backyard space. They really thought this one through for somebody who, really wants to enjoy that outdoor space. Going back to the model home, I want to take this time to mention that this is over upgraded compared to what most homeowners do. Like most are not going to put a cabinet in their pantry area as you see there. I think that's just something that's a little bit more model home specific. It could be possible that they could allow you to do that, but I usually don't see anything like that. Even in this laundry area, like putting in a different color, it's fun. But I wouldn't really do paint colors or anything like that with the builder. Even if they offer it, might be too much of a premium. And then of course that door that's now behind me would lead to a 3-car tandem garage. So that's why they have this mudroom space built out with like a bench to take off your shoes. And everything is still a little bit private from each other. So when you come out from your garage, I like how it's private. You have that mudroom area with the laundry, but then you come out here and everything opens up again, including the dining room. So I like how, it's kind of its own thing. You can fit, as you can tell, a 6-seater table, maybe even a little bit larger than that, but it's still open and flows with the rest of the space. And then I love the design elements here. The light fixture, fantastic. The stone wall with that painting in the back really contrasts the rest of the design elements in this space. And so very cool ideas here. I always say steal away. If you'd like something, just take it. And with light fixtures, I've had a couple of builders, I won't mention here, that I was at the design studio recently and they actually had really good light fixture prices. Other builders that I've seen, their light fixture prices are wild, but something you can usually do pretty easily aftermarket, especially if you get your light fixtures aftermarket. You'll have a lot more options. So something, I think it all depends on the builder that you're working with. And then along the living room area here, good amount of space here too. We have a couch and chairs along each side. I like the chandelier that they did here. Some different ideas that you could definitely incorporate to your home. But I really think the sliding glass door makes that space. It is usually a costly upgrade to do, but I would say in most cases it's well worth it because this is Texas. If you're not here in the summer, you could pretty much enjoy every other season. I'm laughing when I say that because recently we've had a heat wave and it's been over 100 degrees, and that can get brutal, especially in the dog days of summer, July and August. But there is a solution for that. You just fly to Colorado where the weather's very nice in the summer, or you double down and just fly to Mexico, and both are very accessible from Austin or Texas in general. So and then if you do move here, you get this, right? So the other months out of the year, you can really enjoy this beautiful greenery, these hillside views. And this specific community is in the Hollows in Lago Vista. Actually, a portion of the Hollows is in Georgetown. So it's 2 suburbs that are old lake towns that are along the Colorado River. And it's just absolutely gorgeous here. And I say that and people think, oh, well, that's just the model home that has that amazing view or backing up to greenery. I'm sure it's difficult to get a lot like that. That's not actually true. In the Hollows, the way they built up this community is the roads pretty much like snake out from the main road, meaning it's kind of like in a curved fashion on purpose so that it maximizes the amount of lots that have views. And to give you an example, I just had clients buy in this community with an amazing view. They have a 2nd floor balcony that's going to look out for miles and hills. and they bought in at a very reasonable price compared to what other people are paying just 10 minutes down the road for amazing views. So I'm excited to see more development around this area, and we are expecting to see more phases open up in this specific community. And there are other communities that are coming up with hillside views as Austin continues to grow, not in the city of Austin, but in the outskirts, where we have these amazing plots of land with greenery and hills and beauty. Now, one thing you want to know about outdoor grills and fridges is put the grill in, but the fridge, I would question. That fridge, when it's running through the summer, if you can imagine how much power it needs to keep things cool when it's very hot out, you end up, like, if you put a 6-pack of beer in there, that beer is going to cost you like a couple $100 throughout the year because of the amount of energy that fridge takes to run throughout the summer. So a 6-pack of beer that costs you a couple $100, probably not the best idea. I think it's a pass at that point. Moving along to this spare bedroom that's opposite of the owner's bedroom, and it's on the back side of the home, so you get some privacy here. It's away from the rest of the home that has, which we'll see at the front of the home. There's some different structural upgrades that they did there, but I like this if you have somebody who wants a little bit more privacy staying with you. And we have the full bathroom right off of that bedroom, so everything's kind of in this one area, but still, again, private from the other parts of the home. So good design. I know it's always tough to get privacy in a one-story. To get it, sometimes you need a very long hallway, and that hallway ends up being more concrete, more cost, and it's just difficult to get that. But I like how they kind of tucked away a bedroom, full bathroom away from the rest of the home, and that's where we're gonna head to. So the front of the home does have a study as well as a bedroom and then a media room that they did here, but there's a lot of structural upgrades that they did, and it all starts with this wine bar, which I think is fantastic, especially with the glass doors. By the way, that does come with quite the cost, but you can do without those doors and maybe just kind of keep it open. So, it's just kind of the cabinetry's there, and you can store some wine. And then opposite of that wine bar, they made this into a media room. So this would usually be 2 bedrooms split by a full bathroom. Not in this media room, you'll actually see the other bedroom in a second, but they do have an upgrade option that can change this to a media room. So if you need a separate sit-down area to kind of watch TV, watch movies, then I think that this is a great structural upgrade. And then if you are building from scratch, usually you can get in with an electrical appointment to do pre-wiring in here for like a 5.1.2 Sonos system, get some great speakers in there aftermarket, a lot of cool things that you can do in that media room. Now heading over to the study, they kept this open without doors, but of course the study has optional doors that you can put in here if you want a little bit more privacy. But from a design standpoint, I love this brickwork that they do here. I think putting a different paint color on the back wall or doing something fun like a wallpaper or some sort of design element is great. Especially this is one of the rooms that you see when you first walk in. It's kind of right there. There's always something fun that you can do. And then of course it gets you the full experience. If you're somebody who works from home, took a seat there just so you can really visualize the space. And then we have a bedroom here. Again, if you didn't do the media room, usually it comes with 2 bedrooms split by a full bathroom in this section, which would make this a 4th bedroom. I know this is in stages of bedroom, but that's because they're using it as an office temporarily. And then for the other structural upgrades that are offered, usually, and I say usually because this does vary in each community, usually they can offer a 2nd floor. So a 2nd floor that will have like a game room, even like an extra bedroom upstairs with a full bath. And that's what really opens up the options. And of course can add quite a bit of square footage to this home, where I believe in one of their communities they have a game room, bedroom option, and a media room, all to be added on that 2nd floor. So if you really like this plan and want to just incorporate that 2nd story, which gets even more privacy, of course it's built in with a 2-story, then I think that that's a great option. If you like this model home walkthrough and want to see more from Drees, click on the thumbnail that's appeared on your screen, and of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I do model home walkthroughs like this on a weekly basis. And then if you are looking at real estate around Austin, Texas, let me know. My info's in the description of this video. Hope this helps.